The final match of the USL League One weekend is a big one. Northern Colorado taking on Forward Madison in Windsor, Colorado at Future Legends Complex. Both of these sides seeking 3 points to enhance their playoff position heading into the USL League One playoffs that start at the end of the regular season that comes next weekend. Let's see the standings entering this one and the context around it. In third place, Northern Colorado trying to chase down both North Carolina and Union Omaha, who both are in action currently. We'll see where those results land us and how they could potentially try and get a bye in those top two spots. While in sixth place, Forward Madison want to hold off any challenges from Tormenta and try and potentially chase down Greenville in that fifth place spot. So 3 points for both sides, exactly what the aim is for them. Some players to watch for this one. First off, for the Hailstorm, the hosts, when you have a guy who scores as many goals as Trevor Amon does, you're always going to be a player to watch. He had 2 goals last match against Greenville, able to hold his run, stay onside. That was his 7th brace of the season. He's got 22 goals. That's more than anybody has scored in any USL League One season in history. So every goal he scores continues to set the bar higher for the next one who wants to challenge his crown. He's, though, more focused right now on trying to get his team back up the table, get a bye for the first round, and get to the semifinals of the USL League One playoffs. For Madison, they're concerned get into the playoffs, and Derek Gebhardt's been a huge guy helping them get to that point all season long. 6 goals, good for second on the team. Madison, a very capable team in the high press, and he's able to benefit in his left mid, left wing back position. He's always in a spot to just be able to take advantage of opportunities like this, and we'll see probably one of the most emblematic goals of Derek Gebhardt right here. Ball comes in, doesn't get to him initially, keeps the run going, gets a bit of luck to go his way, but the work rate is what paid off right there. Derek Gebhardt, a player to watch out for, as these two teams going to be a great one from Future Legends Complex. Delighted to bring it to you. We got some lineups and kickoff on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere on ESPN+.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskart. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskart team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with Future Legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
It's a new day, Northern Colorado, and we're set to seize it. More than that, we're out to dent the old standard and set the gold standard. Today is about resilience. That's something our squad has shown and continues to show. Today is about growth. That's a trait this team and this town have seen and continue to see. All this time, the focus has been on our community's legendary future. But today, it dawned on us. The future is now. Are we building something special? Hell yeah, we are.
Here live at Future Legends Complex, the future is indeed now, as Amin Zayed says. Northern Colorado taking on Forward Madison for the 3rd time this season. We'll see how this one pans out this time round in Windsor, Colorado. Excited to see how this one plays out. Jack Edwards with you in the commentary booth. The season series up to this point, Northern Colorado with 1 win and a draw in these 2 results. Trevor Ammon with the goal and the penalty save right there by Billy King. Burnt Shipman getting down low. Both of these keepers very strong. We'll talk about that throughout this one. his brace, though. He scored one last game. That was one of the 7 he's had this year. That one went 2-0 back on May 18th in the favor of Northern Colorado. This time round, also penalty saved, this time by Lalo Delgado. That was a 0-0 draw back on September 20th. Very recently, these two teams have experience with one another. Here is the 11 from Northern Colorado today. A few small changes. Bruno Rendon, Lucky Oprah, both going to be coming into those wide positions. Rendon is 1 yellow card away from a suspension, and Eamon Zayed wanted to avoid losing him for the potential 2 matches due to that accumulation. If he gets a yellow card today, would only miss 1 game. Lucky Oprah was sick last match. He's back fully fit for this one here today. That's the 11 for Northern Colorado. As for forward Madison under Matt Glazer, the typical 4-4-2 shape. The one small change, Andrew Wheeler-Amunu, he's coming in. Jay Onan, he's coming out. We're going to see Christian Cheney up top with a team lead in terms of goals. He's going to be one to watch out for with 10 goals so far this season. Nazim Bartman and Derek Gebhardt, both all-time leading scorers for this side. It's going to be fascinating to see how this one plays out between these teams, and they're getting themselves ready to go in Windsor, Colorado. In their orange kits with the white shorts, on the side trying to keep pace with the top teams in USL League One. They want to get a bye. That was their goal entering 2023. We'll see if the Hailstorm can try and get 3 points to head into the final weekend with a chance to get a bye from the first round of the playoffs. While Madison, they want to try and keep daylight between them and challengers for their playoff spot. They got a chance to guarantee a spot if results go their way here today. Whistle goes, and we're underway from Windsor. It's the opportunity for the Hailstorm to try and keep things going in the right direction. Kept in play, well done by Rogers. They'll be heading from left to right. The hosts will be, as that one's played out. The visitors in their pink kits, they'll be heading from right to left. Jack Edwards with you again. Just been a great day so far across the USL League One. Been a great week. A lot of great contests up to this one as Derek Gebhardt holds off as a challenger, plays one out wide for Nazim Bartman. He's got Cheney in the box as an option. That one's too close for Delgado, and he claims. Lalo Delgado, 12 clean sheets on the season. Tied for most, and the man he's tied for most with is about a field's length away from him, Bernd Shipman. Both of them with 12 clean sheets in 30 starts. Been some of the most top keepers and some of the top defenses. 36 goals allowed for Northern Colorado. That's best in the league. The team that's second best, well, they're on the same field as them. There's 37 conceded. That's tied for second entering today. Danny Robles got behind him. You can see the records in the top left of your screen. 16, 6, and 8 for Northern Colorado. 11, 9, and 10 for forward Madison. 56 points. Been a fantastic year for Northern Colorado. A tough run of form earlier in the summer meant that they fell from their top spot. They went 13 unbeaten, then went on a winless streak of 6 matches, including 4 consecutive defeats. They've gotten away from that now, and they had a 5 consecutive game winning streak in their last 3, a win, a draw, and a loss. Last time out at Greenville, they got 3 points. Isidro Martinez plays this one forward. It's intercepted. Robles back. Marky Hernandez, who was involved last time out, 7 goals, 4 assists across the season. He was suspended, or he is suspended for today's match after getting a second yellow card in that defeat, or that win to Greenville, I should say. A very positive development for Madison. Didn't mention it during their lineup, but Timmy Mell on the bench. He's had an MCL injury for the past few weeks. Talking to Matt Glazer, was not 100% if he was going to be able to play down the stretch of this season. It was kind of a wait-and-see approach, week to week, game to game, and they got a big addition for him from the bench. They want to bring him on. Left-footed defender, guy who's been stepping up in his absence has been that number 16, Jacob Kroll. Kept in play, played forward. Rogers putting a foot in. Cheney still with it. Bartman top of the box trying to play it to Cheney. It'll squirm to him, but Robles takes over. Martinez. Mitch Osmond plays it low to the feet. Aiden Messias, Stephen Payne, back to Osmond. Sam Brotherton plays to Kroll. As you saw in the season series, a win and a draw in these previous two meetings in 2023 between the Mingos and the Hailstorm. No goals yet so far in this season series for Forward Madison, something they're going to want to try and change, something to rectify. Enoch Kwakwa collects and slides it back. Rob Cornwall. His ball forward, headed away. Trevor Ammon, he was in an offside position. The flag goes up, whistle goes. It'll be a free kick for Madison. You can see Ayman Zayed, the head man for the Hailstorm. They've got big goals this season. They wanted to get top two. They're right about in that position. Elsewhere, North Carolina as well as Union Omaha both playing. Omaha up 3-0 over Tormenta, a result that matters for both sides. And going final is North Carolina taking down Lexington. So Hailstorm entering today knew they needed some points to be taken off either North Carolina or Union Omaha. Neither has happened, and unless a major turnaround happens for Tormenta, that one's also trending towards a 3-0 win. So why that matters for both teams, Tormenta are the team in 7th place trying to chase down Forward Madison. They're the only team currently out of the playoff spots who still are possible to surpass them, get into the playoff positions. But as things stand, with the current 1 point they're getting from our 0-0 draw that the match obviously just in the young stages of, but a 3-0 defeat to Omaha means that they're going to be 3 points off of Forward Madison. Tormenta will be, as this one's taken up from distance. Bartman, it'll be allowed to roll wide. Season series swings Tormenta's way, so results, again, hard to say currently standing as a major unit of measurement when this one's only 6 minutes into the match. But if this one ends in a draw, and there'd be a 3-point gap between the sides entering the final weekend of the season, the ending decider would be games 1, and that would head in the way of Tormenta. So this wouldn't guarantee, a 1 point would not guarantee a playoff spot for Forward Madison, but it would put them in a very promising position. Tormenta, they take on North Carolina in the final game of the season. That one, rather they take on Charlotte Independence final game of the season. North Carolina taking on Knoxville. Knoxville had a chance to stay alive in this race on Friday, but they had a 2-2 draw, conceding late to Neil Vinyals, who scored a brace. That one ending in the draw. Ended Knoxville's playoff hopes for 2023, the first-year club. Cornwall. Lofty one forward for Bruno Rendon. Sits up for him. Rogers. Scooped. Rendon, did that hit a hand? It says it didn't. Martinez clears it forward. Cheney trying to bring that one forward. Big collision, it's cleared away. Foul from behind. Wheeler Amunu, the man committing it. It's a free kick for the hosts. Norte gets us back going. Flag goes up. Free kick. Trevor Ammon from distance, his shot goes wide. He's the kind of guy that he's got the green light within probably 30 yards of goal. He's a lethal finisher inside the 18. That one from distance goes wide. Burnt Shipman, as I mentioned, the man taking this goal kick. Joint league lead in terms of clean sheets. If one side has a win and a clean sheet today, it would mean that they would take the advantage of the points today as well as just the overall clean sheet tally across the league. This one scooped out wide. We'll row through. Opportunity for a goal kick from his opposing keeper. Not opposite number, Burnt Shipman wearing number 55. Delgado wearing the typical goalkeeper number 1. Greenville coming from behind against Chattanooga, currently 2-2 in that one. An important result for Madison means that potential ability to chase them down gets a bit easier. If they get 3 points, they get 1. Try and get the opportunity to play the number 4 team in the quarterfinals rather than facing off against the number 3 side. More on that in a moment as it's played up to Wheeler Amunu. 2 in support with him. He goes to the right. That one just too heavy for Christian Cheney, and it's out for a goal kick. You imagine whoever of this top 3 doesn't end up finishing in that top 2 spots. As you see 5 through 8. Greenville at 47, Madison at 44, Tormenta at 41. So that 3-point gap, not completely getting rid of things. Here's the top 4 for Northern Colorado. 5 points off of North Carolina, who are at 62. Omaha currently at 60. Have that backwards, excuse me. Omaha at 62, North Carolina at 60. So Union Omaha, while they won't guarantee the Players' Shield today, they'll take on Forward Madison on the road this coming weekend, next Saturday, 1 week from today. That would be a match that could potentially guarantee their spot top of the USL League One. Derek Gebhardt over the top. His shot goes over the goal. Goal kick again given. Cornwall, Rogers. Arthur Rogers, an exceptional year for him. His passing range exceptional. That one ambitious. Curled too close to Shipman. And he roped that one in. See Matt Glazer in the vest at the bottom of your screen, barking out instructions to his side, trying to make it into the playoffs for the first time since the only time they made it back in the inaugural USL League One season in 2019. It's in their hands. They're ahead of Tormenta, but they know that they've got a pair of tough games against 2 of the top 3. Payne fires at the chest of Bartman. Nazim Bartman, his pass blocked. Hooked forward. Here's Billy King. He's got a few in orange in support. Clipped. Wheeler Amunu tracking back, importantly, got a chest to it. That's a foul from behind. Enoch Kwakwa taking down Nazim Bartman. Bartman, club record 10 goals over the course of a couple of seasons. Christian Cheney with 10 on the year, also a joint club high there. Have a look at this one. This one was scooped into the box. Just well defended by Wheeler Amunu, able to get across the ball in before the foul was committed by Enoch Kwakwa. Back live. Burnt Shipman. Messias moves it to his left-hand side. Wheeler Amunu, his pass is blocked. That one's going to take an awkward spin. Won't be a goal kick. Will instead be a throw deep in their defensive half. Mitch Osmond. Launching this one forward. Cheney roping it in. Trying one for Gebhardt to sprint onto. Derek Gebhardt playing a more interesting role here today. Looking to be a bit more central. Typically we've seen him play as almost a wing back, a left mid, and a 4-4-2. But right now you see him popping up on the right-hand side of this, almost in the middle of a front three. A lot of players who are very tactically versatile for this Madison side. When they have the full complement of their weapons, Timmy Mell included. He's a guy who plays a left center back, left back kind of hybrid, the one that Kroll is playing at the moment. It's a really good combination of players they've got there. There's Gebhardt, as Wheeler Amunu, as well as Kroll. Wheeler Amunu. Messias hooked forward. Bruno Rendon does well to shepherd that out for a goal kick. Ayman Zayed, always a very passionate figure on the touchline. US Foods, the official food supply partner of Future Legends Complex. Cornwall to Rogers. Switch of play. That one's offsides. Billy King. And US Foods is the official food supply partner of Future Legends Complex. Payne, his pass intercepted. Oprah plays it centrally to Cornwall. Talking to Ayman Zayed earlier this year, asking him, a very versatile player, Arthur Rogers has played as a right back much of 2022 when he was the USL League One Defender of the Year, leading the league in assists with 8 of them. He's a foul committed. Billy King showing off his speed. Asked him what his best spot was. He played him in the midfield at times, played him at left back once or twice. So in defensive mid, center mid, right back, where's he best? And he said actually maybe he's best as the right center back in a back three. That was a surprise, that position he hadn't played for Northern Colorado as of yet. He's playing there right now. You see it again. Billy King is going to drop his shoulder and drive past Bartman and bring in the contact, bring in the foul. So it's an opportunity for Rogers to show off his skill set in this back three with the wingbacks of Rendon and Oprah offering some great support forward. They go short. Oprah, Cornwall. He might size one up from distance. Cornwall, ooh, that one knuckled. Had some power behind it. Would have been needing to be a special effort to score. That one goes over the goal. We can see that one again. This was just lined up from distance by Rob Cornwall, just trying to try one from way downtown. In the end, going over the goal. Fired from distance, a great save by Delgado. Christian Cheney can really line them up. That one requiring his full blocking. This one, chance still not gone. Enoch Kwakwa blocks it. They can carry it towards the touchline and try and knock it away. Payne out wide at the touchline. Oh, you saw Cheney trying the spectacular. That would have been the goal of the season if it came off. He went up with some real intention. It's a chance to break. Norty was going for it. It comes to Rogers. Rendon calling for it at his feet. There's a chance for a switch if he wants to. He pokes it out to Norty. Rogers, centrally. Oh, through a sea of orange bodies. It goes through. No one can get a touch towards goal. It did take a last touch against forward Madison, much to their frustration. So it'll stay on this end. Oprah, cleared away. Gebhard trying to win it off Kwakwa, but he cannot. Norty. Here's Rogers. Arthur Rogers. Nice bit of skill. Get the space, the cross. It's cleared, comes up to Gebhard. Wanted a foul, Derek Gebhard did. In the end, ruled to be a clean header. The switch. It's well picked out. Billy King. He can whip one in. It's over everybody, but Bruno Rendon, he's got the speed to track that one down. Rogers. Back to Rogers. Fighting for it in the 18. Foul goes. A big time call because he had a great chance to shoot. But Wheeler Munu was brought down, and that relieves the pressure for Madison. We can see that one more time. Just a nice bit of progression, well spotted with the pass. It's the kind of call where with no VAR, the referee feels uncomfortable not to make, because if Madison in the end concede on that play, they'd feel very hard done by, considering there was a bit of contact. Kind of foul where if it's not in the box, does that lead to a foul? You're not sure, but maybe it does. Here's Payne. That one a bit behind Bartman, and he has to take it off of him after a poor touch. Kwakwa to Rogers. Gebhard trying to make life uncomfortable. The long option. Trevor Ammon, he's trying to chase it down. Just good forward work from the league leading scorer. Just making runs for passes, no matter how difficult, won't always work out. That's why he's got 22 goals across the campaign, 23 in all competitions. That one kicked out of play by Martinez. Rogers. Foot put in. Spins out. Another throw. Just the one shot on target for either side came from Christian Cheney. Feels that it went out of play. Not answered. Rogers to Cornwall. Fola, his pass blocked. That was Oprah's pass rather, after he was fed by Fola. Handball potentially, not given. In the end, played forward. Wheeler Moon, his flicked on header, just off of finding Gebhard. Elsewhere, it's gone final. Union Omaha with a big-time win, 4-0 over Tormenta. So that means if forward Madison gets a win today, they will guarantee themselves a playoff spot for the first time since 2019. Also for Northern Colorado, that means that they need to get a win to try and keep pace, keep themselves in the discussion should points be dropped. But they can no longer pass Union Omaha. Their hope is looking at North Carolina. Rogers. Ooh, nice bit of skill. Denny Robles whipped into the box. It's dangerous. Important intervention, and Shipman catches. Thought about going long. Christian Chaney always on the last shoulder of the defender. A potential target he was aiming for. But in the end, hold things up. We'll give a round of applause to his defense, who have done well enough to keep him protected. Osmond prodding it forward. Chaney flicked it up to Gebhard. Powerful dribble, big time tackle. No appeals from Gebhard. That tells you all you need to know. It was a clean one. It had to be from Leo Fola, and he got across very well to put a foot in. Zayed slamming both his pen and his notepad to the ground. Very frustrated with something. Essentially his own side, who got played through very easily by Gebhard, required an important tackle from Leo Fola. The long throw. They can cue him up here. Krull. Shouts of handball, but the referee wags his finger, says no. Push from behind, obvious one for Mitch Osmond, will be a free kick. What I have to say I like about both of these sides is that they have got wing players who are very capable of oscillating around the pitch. Bruno Rendon is the furthest player forward. He's played as a right back for much of the season. He's a right wing back today. Derek Gebhard just had the chance a moment ago in the box. He's their typical left wing back, but you see him just the furthest player forward, center of the pitch. Wheeler Moon, the man to the left. Rogers. Scooped by Enoch Kwakwa. No nonsense by Osmond. Nods it out. Robles. They'll be forced to take it back where the ball was actually knocked out of play by our head referee. Handball against Robles. Definitely hit a few hands as that one was bouncing around. In the end, it first hitting the hand. Midfielder for Northern Colorado. And NOCO Party Bus is Northern Colorado's #1 luxury transportation service. Book them for all your transportation needs. NOCO Party Bus is a fun, safe, and reliable way to travel. Bartman, Chaney. Can't get the first touch out of his feet. It's knocked out, though, by Cornwall, so it's a throw still for Madison. No major chance for either side to write home about through half an hour here. We had a 0-0 draw when these teams last met just a few weeks ago, September 20th. But a draw, not really a result that either side gains major advantage from. Obviously, a point is better than none. As Cheney, clever first touch, second one. You could tell he was shaping up for it. He takes a lot of them, and he's good when he takes them. That one, though, goes over everything. Might have been one of the better opportunities of the match so far. Just based on the lack of shots for either side. But for Northern Colorado, a loss, or a draw, I should say, takes them more or less, I believe, entirely out of contention for a top 2 spot. And they'll be just kind of stranded in 3rd place, having to play in the quarterfinals. They'll host that first game, that 3 versus 6 game, and that would shape up to potentially be a rematch of this one, where currently forward Madison sits over the top, just past Billy King, and is brought in by Shipman. You see that again as it's just played forward, just out of the outstretched foot of Billy King, unable to bring that one in. Kwakwa. Rogers. Pass is intercepted by Wheeler Amunu. He's got a few options with him. Christian Cheney. Moving to the right-hand side is Nazim Bartman. Payne is streaking forward to offer the option, and he gets it at the byline. Payne keeps it in play. It's blocked. It's a corner. Not many shots of major substance for either side so far after that one was defended well by Lucky Oprah.
Corner kicks tonight are brought to you by Meadow Gold.
Meadow Gold bringing you these corner kicks, and it's going to be interesting to see if Madison can generate something from this. Looks to be Wheeler Amunu over it. A line of pink shirts in the box who will break out to try and find. High, arcing, Cheney climbed highest, but his header is well wide. Rogers. His range of passing means that if he has the ball and he's on the pitch, there's a chance something could happen. He'll get on the ball, he'll glance up, he'll go for the short one. Not too often you see Trevor Ammon just getting deep to try and get involved in the play, but you saw him dropping off a bit to put a foot on the ball. Both him and Cheney, both number 9s in the numerical and literal term of how they play on the field. They like to get on the last line of defense, get the ball in and around the 18. They're not too involved elsewhere on the pitch, so it's kind of fascinating, almost a 9v9 outfield battle, and then you have these really lethal goal scorers up front. Becomes a challenge of who can better serve their man with the most goals. Cornwall to Rogers. Trying one long, it's to Shipman. That pass not far off. The idea is great. As Billy King makes that run just between the center backs. Really hard to track from that far away. Becomes a full field task when Arthur Rogers is on the pitch as Bert Shipman airs one out. Gonna force him to test his defensive duties. Cheney, great work holding the ball up, forces things to be a bit uncomfortable. You can see North Carolina with a 1-0 edge, that one nearing its conclusion. And it has gone final. North Carolina, a big time result. Greenville, Chattanooga, that one also a draw. So the opportunity to go within a point of the team ahead of them, and Omaha with a 4-0 trouncing of Tormenta, who were down a man for much of the match. So Isidro Martinez picks it up. Kroll, Osmond, Martinez, his pass, trying to find Bartman, but it's too high. Kept in play, scooped back. King. Does a great bit of a move here. He's onside. Trevor Ammon squaring it. Rendon, oh, just past his outstretched foot. He had to keep himself onside. Matt Glazer making the appeal to the assistant referee on this near side, trying to say, why wasn't that offside? It looked onside from the naked eye from our first vantage point. Let's try and see it again. Yeah, he's onside. Wheeler Amunu kept him on. And you could see Rendon maybe could have been a bit further advanced, but he's just trying to stay behind the ball so he stays onside. If he gets it squared to him, it was squared to him. But right as he kind of stopped his sprint, it was played to him. And the timing just off. Shipman. Cheney. That's a good first touch to bring it down to Bartman. Back to Cheney. Gebhard. It's a good move progressing. It's fired. Oh, just wide from Derek Gebhard. Very, very close to our opener. Well, Hailstorm FC and Future Legends print with the pros at Color Pro Printing of Fort Collins. They make your vision a reality. Check them out at colorproprint.com. And we can see that one again. Gebhard on his weaker right foot. That's got some venom. If that's just a little bit more to the right, that might be catching that bottom right corner. Paulo Delgado, a very thankful man that it didn't. It went wide of the goal. Rogers. Probing long for Bruno Rendon. Foul committed. Rendon the man committing it. You can see what he thinks of that. Well, Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. The long one forward. Wheeler Amunu forces a touch out by Arthur Rogers. Cheney has it poked out of his feet, but it goes to Isidro Martinez. Was he fouled? Referee playing advantage. The opportunity is still there. Payne clipping it. Cheney gets ahead to it. It comes to Wheeler Amunu, who pops it up for Kroll. Was that a foul? No, it wasn't. Wheeler Amunu has talked himself into the book. He'll be booked. Felt certainly that he was fouled, but the referee disagreed in the end, and the yellow card produced for Wheeler Amunu. Frustrating one, though, for Madison for sure after that was given against him. That one confirmed. The pass blocked. King in the box to the byline, trying to drag it back, and it's cleared. Important intervention. Sam Brotherton putting a foot through it. Robles. Lucky Oprah lofted up past everybody, but Rogers can track over, and the options can queue up again. First time ball. It's awkward. Shipman claims it and has to fall on the right side of the goal line. And he falls properly with it. We're in the 40th minute. This one has flown by. Either side able to make a major stamp in the game, and back and forth. They've countered each other very, very well, much like the matchup back on the 20th. That one well claimed by Shipman. Really could make a case. These are the two top goalkeepers in USL League One. Two of the very best, to say the least. And they're both showing it by making the jobs very difficult for the goal scorers of their respective sides. Lofted, switch of play. Rogers got ahead to it. So Wheeler Amunu all too happy to let that go out for a throw. This is the threat that Jacob Kroll possesses, 6'1". He's one of the bigger players on the squad, but he's capable of tossing these into the box with some major threat. He's waving in a closer option. Toss it to Cheney. Kroll kicks it off the backside of Bruno Rendon. Kroll. Martinez. Well left by Oprah. Let it go out of play. Goal kick. Fola. Cornwall to Rogers. King. Kwakwa. Referee takes a tumble, back to his feet. Kwakwa whips it in. It's left, chested down. Robles in the box, takes a deflection. Shipman claims. Confident goalkeeping. He wants to launch this one forward for Cheney. It's a good ball. Goes box to box. Cornwall does well enough defensively, though. Holds off Cheney and plays it to Folk. Gebhard in the press. He'll win it back for his side. Martinez, Wheeler Amunu. Martinez. Good pass into the feet of Messias. Draws in a few defenders and plays it to Payne. His cross takes a deflection, took the sting out of it, and spun kindly into the hands of Delgado. Well, Conduct All Electric offers full electrical services for residential, commercial, and industrial, as well as 24-hour emergency services for their clients right here in northern Colorado. Robles to Rogers. Fired, switch of play. Rendon, dangerous first touch, forces Shipman to go and claim. Hearing, no stoppage time as of now. Hasn't been a ton given so far. So we'll see if we just end in 30 seconds or if we'll have a last-minute decision for one additional minute of stoppage time. Cleverly left by Cornwall. Robles. Rogers. We creep into the 46th minutes. Challenge put in. That will do it for our first 45 minutes. No goals for either side. Defensively, been a stellar performance from both units. They were first and tied for second in terms of goals conceded in the top two clean sheet teams in the league. We knew it was going to be a defensive battle, and currently the stalemate consists at 0-0. Been a good one so far between these sides. We'll see if the second half will bring us any goals and a chance for Madison to guarantee their playoff spot in 2023, but Northern Colorado wants to keep pace with the top two and try and get a bye to the semifinal of the break. We've got one break coming in here. We've got some great week of USL League One action to catch you up on from Wednesday and Friday, as well as the scores from around the country. That's coming up next on Halftime. Stick with us on ESPN+.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskart. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskart team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with future legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
It is halftime between Northern Colorado and Forward Madison. No goals to separate either side as of yet. This is rounding out week 31. We had some great games back on Wednesday and Friday to catch you up on. Here are some of the highlights that we've been able to dive into from this week so far. We've got 3 games to catch you up on this week. First off, it's going to be Omaha taking on Charlotte at home. We'll see what's happening in this one. It's going to be a first half attack. Omaha trying to push themselves back to the top of USL League One, entering the day in third. Dion Akoff, good ball in the box, great finish from Joe Gallardo. Just puts that one in with the left foot, makes things 1-0 early on in this one, 20 minutes. It's a powerful finish and a celebration in that far corner, able to open things up at 1 goal. So that was in the 20th. This is the 21st minute. Clever move here. Ibarra finds Joel Johnson. It's a great ball in the box, a great run, and a fantastic finish from Tresor Mbuyu, who manages to put that one home and make things 1-1 less than a minute after the first one was put in. So that's Mbuyu, and Johnson makes things 1-1. Second half action now. Luis Heel on the corner. We'll see a few of these in the rest of this highlight package. Heel whips it in. Steven Dos Santos, that's a great header. His first of the day. I say first for a reason. We'll see that in a moment. It's 2-1 now. They've taken the lead again. Omaha have a big celebration for Dos Santos. It's going to be a big day for him here. Again, another corner kick. This one, again whipped in, not put in the goal, but you'll see some bodies strewn about. That's a penalty. They point to the spot, and they say it's going to be an opportunity from 12 yards out. We'll see it again, whipped in. There's going to be a coming together, players falling over, referee decreeing it was a foul against Charlotte. Now this is going to be a point to the spot and a chance for Dos Santos again. He's already got one from the corner. From the spot now, he makes it 3-1 with his second goal of the day. Puts that one in the bottom left corner, dispatches that one very, very effectively, celebrating with an assistant coach for Omaha. That's 3-1. They got the insurance goal. Why don't I get one more just for good measure, try and head into the end of the match in a very positive vein. Nice run from Dos Santos, top of the box. That's his hat trick. 3 goals for Dos Santos. Omaha, they go top. They got a chance to clinch the Players' Shield this weekend if results go their way. Well, that's a 4-1 win on Wednesday. A big one for Omaha at home. Now, also at home, Fuego taking on Greenville, also on Wednesday, as you see on your screen. It's going to be first half here, whipped into the box. Just absolute chaos in front of goal. In the end, Alexis Cerritos, the man who scrapes it across the goal line. And they have an opener, Fuego do. They're bottom of the league, but they want to try and disrupt Greenville's playoff hopes, making it a bit uncomfortable for them the last few games of the season. That one knocked in by Cerritos. There's going to be a really effective response, though, by Greenville on the road against a team that has struggled to see out points. They're going to have to see what they can do here. Throw in, quickly take it. It's just a really nicely progressed move up this left-hand side. It's going to be a nice flick on from Boyce. This one flipped in. Labovitz gets his head to it. Smith gets his head to it. That one crossed the line. Jamie Smith given credit for the goal. Jacob Labovitz with the assist. We'll see just one more time. Here's a flick on, and then the header towards goal. Even though he knocked it in for good measure, Smith, the man, given the credit for the goal there. So Labovitz, selfless. His teammate gets credit for the goal. This is going to be some nice pressure after this one's going to be launched forward by Boyce. Just put it up top. They're trying to make something happen. This one is going to be blocked, but not entirely well done. Gavilanes just keeps the press going. A brilliant sliding challenge, and in acres of space is Jacob Labovitz. He gets his goal with the assist and the goal. They make it 2-1. Let's see it again. Just textbook pressing, and this is just a phenomenal sliding challenge. Just scoop it into his path and keep the move alive. And this one just squared into an empty net. That makes it 2-1. That's how it would finish. Greenville go 5th on 46 points. A big one for them on Wednesday. And on Friday, our third and final game to show you, Knoxville hosting Richmond. Entering the day, Knoxville knew they needed a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. What a start it is. 4th minute, Matthew Bentley knocks it into his own goal. This is going to be just 4 minutes into it. Knoxville take an early lead. Big positive moment for them. Richmond, though, trying to earn some points themselves. That's a foul against his former side. Jalen Chrysler brings down Neil Vinyals. That's a great penalty. That makes things 1-1. Vinyals, his equalizer, brings things back to 1, trying to bring heartbreak to the home Knoxville fans. This one progressed up the middle. A brilliant move, and Ilya Illich, the captain, just scoops it over Palmquist and makes things 2-1 in the second half. That is a chance to try and keep this lead. That was actually a first half goal, I should say. So they head into the break 2-1. This is late on in this one, really late. Neil Vinyals puts that one in the bottom left corner. A brilliant finish from him again. 2-2. He has 2 goals, and they have 2 equalizers, and they share the points. That means the playoff hopes for Mark McKeever and One Knoxville come to an end in that one. A heartbreaker for them. Well, let's take one quick break, and on the other side, we'll have news and notes for you. Stick around.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
It's still halftime between Northern Colorado and Forward Madison. Some news and notes from around the league as we continue through this one. Continuing to expand the league, announcing that pro soccer will be moving to Lancaster, California, aiming for a 2025 kick at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. There's a coaching update. Scott McKenzie becoming the full-time head coach and technical director for Chattanooga, and he's the main man. Trevor Emmett, just a brace against Greenville. His 7th of the season, he's the player of the week. He set the standard so high for himself. That's almost a low week for him, not quite, but he's the headlining player of the week. Arthur Rogers, the man who assisted him for one of the goals, joins him in that team of the week as well. A strong group throughout. Danny Fernandez from Knoxville, Rafa Mensingen from North Carolina. Some really strong players. Keziah Sterling having a great year, always shaping up strong towards the end of 2023. And the scoreboard from scores around the country. North Carolina takes down Lexington. Chattanooga, Greenville, a 2-2 draw between them, and the 4-0 win for Omaha and Tormenta. Important in two aspects. It means that both Omaha have pushed the points further away from Northern Colorado. They cannot be passed anymore by them. And Tormenta, they could be eliminated if Forward Madison gets the win here tonight. And looking ahead at the schedule as well for these two sides, or for the sides in general. For next Saturday, Charlotte taking on South Georgia Tormenta. Forward Madison and Omaha, a great one. You might hear a friendly voice on that, or a familiar voice. I'm a friendly guy, I like to think. That's going to be a great one next weekend, as well as Richmond taking on Fuego next weekend. That's next weekend. The next half is coming in just a moment. One more break, and then we'll give it to you on ESPN+.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out, or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
It's a new day, Northern Colorado, and we're set to seize it. More than that, we're out to dent the old standard and set the gold standard. Today is about resilience. That's something our squad has shown and continues to show. Today is about growth. That's a trait this team and this town have seen and continue to see. All this time, the focus has been on our community's legendary future. But today, it dawned on us. The future is now. Are we building something special? Hell yeah, we are.
Always love that advert from Northern Colorado. At home, they've got a 0-0 draw currently pending with Forward Madison. Both teams, though, searching for the 3 points. Let's see that first half highlights. Not many chances for either side defensively. Both teams really strong up to this point. Here are your highlights to this point. Jump now to the 18th minute. Just only 9 combined shots between the teams. This one going to be from way downtown from Rob Cornwall, trying to line one up. That one's caught pretty sweetly. The way he's hitting that, if it's put on target, it's going to test Burnt Shipman, that's for sure, but obviously putting that one just high, and you shoot from that far out, has to be a pretty perfect effort. Just a minute later, 19th minute. The long ball is a constant threat all throughout this game for Forward Madison, considering the proficiency of Christian Cheney. That's just a fantastic strike. Catches his foot purely through that one. That was a quick turnaround after that shot from distance. So both teams just trying to ping them from way downtown. 36th minute now. Cheney to Gebhardt. This one going to be dragged just wide of the goal with his right foot. Able to just try and get that one onto his weaker foot. It's on his left foot. Maybe invert the pitch here. Might be a bit of a stronger position for him to potentially be in, but that one just put wide of goal. You can see the stats, just one shot on target for either side to this point. Possession swinging the way of the hosts and the Hailstorm. But you imagine both sides, they may not know the exact number of shots on target, but they're saying didn't feel like many, if many at all. Let's get those numbers up. Try and put some more shots on frame in the second 45 minutes. We'll see the reactions of both of these sides. They're not unfamiliar with 0-0 draws in Madison back on September 20th. It was a 0-0 draw. We'll see if history repeats itself here in Northern Colorado. You see Noah Powder, he's standing by the 4th official, preparing to come into this one. He's an important returner, was unavailable last time round. You can also see Jackson Dietrich, he's also ready to come into this one. We'll get you confirmation of who is coming off in their place, but you can see some of the main men. Bruno Rendon and Enoch Kwakwa, the 2 players who will be departing from this one. Bruno Rendon, he was on yellow card accumulation warning, and he's avoided a yellow card to this point in this match, so he'll be able to play in the season finale against Chattanooga, and that will not carry over to the playoffs should he get a yellow card against the Red Wolves. Suspension will, but yellow card accumulation will not. We're back underway for the second 45 minutes with the visitors in pink from left to right, the hosts in orange from right to left. Jack Edwards with you again for this second half. Pleasure to bring you this one so far. Excited to see how this season rounds out. Again, results that went final as we showed you during halftime. North Carolina winning, Union Omaha winning. Chattanooga, who had a lead over Greenville, conceding twice in the second half, ends in a 2-2 draw. Offers the opportunity for some big changes throughout. And these sponsors all brought to you by Shift 4. Transactions brought to you by Shift 4. So it's one back of Wheeler Amunu, a foot race, and actually going to play it up to Gebhardt. Cheney offering some support, but the pass is mishit. So Dietrich looks to have been the man now tasked with playing in this left-sided center back role, or defensive midfield role as well. It's interesting to see that there. Because bringing off Rendon for Dietrich is going to be able to allow Rogers to move further forward into that right wing back spot. Played back by Norty. Oprah plays it back. The current spots in the standings is 3rd for Northern Colorado, 6th for Forward Madison. They don't guarantee their playoff spot, Madison don't, but they would put themselves a point away from guaranteeing it. They're playing Union Omaha next weekend, who are in just fantastic form. They're playing at a fantastic clip up to this point. You see top of the table, the Owls with 62 points, North Carolina in 2nd. Northern Colorado, as things stand, would guarantee themselves 3rd place. Not something they'd want to guarantee. Been a great year. Playoffs are a massive get for them for the first time. But if they cannot get a victory here today, as a foul is committed, Noah Powder earns it. The tiebreaker first off in USL League One is matches won. So if they don't get the victory here today, they have no chance of passing North Carolina. North Carolina sat on 18 wins, 16 for Northern Colorado. If they get the win today, they get 2 more points, go a point behind them. And they'd be watching closely as one Knoxville travels to North Carolina. They would have hoped that Knoxville got the job done against Richmond, so they would have had the burning desire of getting a victory, but they've been eliminated from playoff contention, and they'll have to just hope that points are taken off of them regardless. But focused on the here and now and where the points in today's matchup will fall. There's a free kick in a very promising spot for Northern Colorado, and they've got some great players to take him. Looks like Rogers is walking away. He would have been a key man to potentially take it. But they've got still some threatening options. Noah Powder, Norte, both over it. The shot towards goal, it's brilliant! What an opener for the hosts. Noah Powder, his 3rd of the year. The midseason acquisition continues to shine. A fantastic start to the second half, courtesy of the man from the Trinidad and Tobago. Left-footed effort, it's brilliant. Lifted over the wall. Shipman can't get over in time to make an effort to save it. Noah Powder. Maybe call it Jude Bellingham celebration. He's been doing a great job in Spain with that celebration, and Noah Powder, a brilliant free kick. With the leap, the arms outstretched after his left-footed free kick is buried into the back of the net, and how do forward Madison respond to this? How did Northern Colorado push on? Do they try and continue to step up? They'll go long. Off his line is Delgado, and he puts a palm to the floor as he says, let's make sure we stay calm. It's a cliche in the sport, but you are typically, statistically, weakest right after you score a goal. Maybe the mentality drops off, just a bit of focus is lost, the euphoria of a goal, but you also have the chance to try and just let it sharpen your wisdom as Powder whips one into the box. Payne gets ahead to it, and Shipman leaps up to claim. You always see him run to the edge of his box and consider the long ball forward. Well, Peak Performance Chiropractic is the official chiropractic of Hailstorm FC with 2 locations in Fort Collins. It's the premier location for wellness chiropractic care for the entire family. Here is Madison. Martinez. His pass picks out Cheney. Fired into the feet of Bartman, and off his line was Delgado. The touch was just too heavy, and it ran too quick. Delgado rolling us back into play. Powder. The substitute coming on to big effect. Maybe one of his first touches since coming on. He actually won the free kick to precede it as Billy King drives to the right foot, plays it across from distance, just wide of frame. Norte trying to quickly follow it up with another. See it again is Norte just trying to line one up from distance, ends up getting that one just wide of goal. Foul from behind. Cheney frustrated. It'd be wise to keep the frustrations from boiling over. Wheeler Amunu, his frustrations after not winning the free kick actually earned him a yellow card, the only one of our match so far. Dietrich lets that run. Oprah has 2 options ahead of him. King brings it in. It's well won by Brotherton to step across him. Gebhard. Robles takes it off him. Is he fouled? Referee playing advantage, playing on. Norte. Robles back to his feet with a bit of a hobble. Rogers picks his head up, whips one in just over the head of Trevor Ammon. Still alive with Dietrich. It's King, rather. He'll play it to Oprah. King. Clip to the back post. Headed across goal, and it's over goal by Rogers. Trying to get his second goal of the season. That one just off target. Clever pass, picks out Gebhard. A few with him in pink. Martinez, Payne. Back to Martinez. Northern Colorado had a possession edge in the first half. We'll see if it swings the other way now that they have a lead to hold on to. They want to sit in, force them to come back on the road. Now, Madison maybe have less pressure on this individual match, considering they know what happened for Tormenta. They had a heavy loss against Union Omaha. So that means that they cannot be passed here today. But the flip side of that is Madison will welcome Omaha to town. A side that are coming off a great win, a great vein of form, trying to earn a player's shield. So getting a point, let alone 3, might be a bit tough. A bit of a heavy touch, sliding in. An important second one, though, wins it back. Bartman prodding it forward. Payne on the overlap. His cross, is it over hit? Will it stay in play? Wheeler Munu can keep it alive, but Rogers steps across him. Wheeler Munu once booked for dissent. They felt that last touched Rogers. The referee disagreed. It's a throw for the hosts. Rogers slides it back, Powder, nice bit of footwork between the two of them. Robles slides in, he wins it, but may have gone over the top. Referee saying it was a bit of a dangerous challenge. Robles accepts it. There's appeals that it should be a yellow card considering the studs being shown, but the referee going to keep the cards in his pocket, just give the foul, as Mitch Osmond is feeling the effects of the challenge. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+. As we see yellow card given to Robles. It's the home to the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Danny Robles joins Andrew Wheeler-Munu in the book. See it again here, sliding in. Definitely the boot is raised a little bit. The ball is close to being there. Christian Cheney, I think, a bit more aggressive in how the studs were used in that, with a more stamping motion than was actually put in. But the referee agreeing that it was a dangerous challenge, and Mitch Osmond is feeling the full effects of it. Captain has been down, needing some attention. We'll see if he can continue on. They wouldn't want to thrust Timmy Mel right back into the heat of things. He's on the bench as an option. Been dealing with his knee injury the last couple of weeks. It's just a positive sign to see him on the bench at the very least, with Madison, as things stand, in a playoff spot. So we'll see if they're able to hold things out. Forward Madison prepping some subs. Pierre Da Silva and Jaden Onan both ready to come into the match. That was what happened in just a moment. Some very attack-minded subs, some great options from the bench. Pierre Da Silva, strong left-footed forward. Jaden Onan, 3 goals, 6 assists. Incredibly talented player up front. Referee going to allow a moment for those subs to take place. We'll see who's coming off in their place. As Madison tries to tinker with things and switch things around. See both Onan and Da Silva make their way onto your screen.
Attention for shift 4 substitution. For Madison, number 44, Pierre Da Silva.
These transactions are sponsored by Shift 4. Andrew Wheeler-Amunu,
number 10,
the man who's coming off
number 24, Nazim Bartman.
for Pierre Da Silva. And Nazim Bartman also making way. So not tossing the kitchen sink at it quite yet. Those are 2 of the more progressive attacking options who were brought off in place of similarly attacking progressive options. No need to toss major numbers forward. It's only a 1-goal game with more than half an hour to play. Brotherton. Osmond is back moving around at more or less full speed. Good to see that him recovered from the challenge. Payne, return pass. That one over the head of Payne, out for a throw. Well, Scotchy's Cleaners is the official uniform cleaning partner of Hailstorm FC, with 2 locations in Fort Collins and 1 right down the street from future legends. Scotchy's Cleaners can handle all of your dry cleaning needs. Pierre Da Silva, one of our subs made in the second half by Madison. Plays it off with Krull. Onan, the other sub made in that tandem. Combining. Intercepted. King evades Payne, but he's staying close. Lucky Opera. Fola. Lucky Opera. Powerful dribble. Was he tugged down? Referee says he was. Stephen Payne, the man who got in his way. Free kick is given. It's Madison's to defend, Northern Colorado's to take. Can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the XXM app. Eamon Zayed has instructions for Arthur Rogers. It's whipped in, it's dangerous. The header is important by Osmond. Deals with the immediate threat. Robles still has it. They're keeping the attack alive. Whipped into the box, punched away by Shipman. Cleared, a sliding tackle by Osmond. Puts his foot through it and knocks it out. Throw in still with Northern Colorado. In the box. Ooh, it came to him in a flash. All he needs is a bit of space in a moment. But Trevor Emmons' shot is wide of the goal. Foul committed. For Madison, who can take. Foul from behind. Leo Fola knocks down Derek Gebhardt. Jaden Onan wants to keep play ticking, try and keep the momentum going, but Northern Colorado all too happy to disrupt the momentum. The referee may have a quick word with one of the benches. Looks like it's going to be an assistant for forward Madison, Matt Glazer, getting the opportunity to get the referee's ear, making his point heard. We'll confirm for you, but just appeared from the referee's motion that it was one of the assistants who was booked and not Matt Glazer himself. But I'm sure he speaks for the coaching staff with their frustrations at the calls that we've gotten to this point. Been a tough one for the referee to officiate. Very contentious. Clipped towards the box. Screams from both teams for handball. Neither get answered. Great bit of dribbling. Messias plays it off. Clipped over everything. Poor delivery in the end. Goes out. Goal kick. Valentin Sabea is preparing to enter into this one for Northern Colorado. We'll see who he comes in for. Foul committed. Norte bringing down Pierre da Silva. This is a free kick in a promising spot if they want to try and deliver one into the box.
Just drawn the winning ticket in the Beerstein raffle. If you have a purple ticket, you have just won an Oktoberfest Beerstein, courtesy of Peculiar Brewing. Once again, if you have the purple ticket, you have just won the Oktoberfest Beerstein, courtesy of Peculiar
Referee
Brewing.
marking the ball in its spot and marking the wall here. Both Isidro Martinez and Pierre da Silva are standing over it. Martinez with the right, da Silva with the left. A lot of pink and purple in the box. Pink and orange, I should say. Flicked in, headed away. That one overhit, out for a goal kick. The sub can be made now. Valentin Sabea can come into the match. Coming out will be Daniel Robles. Makes sense on a yellow card. On paper, a bit of an attacking sub. Robles, a guy with more of an attacking inclination. Sabea, he's very capable with the ball at his feet. A goal and an assist this year. He's dealt with a broken collarbone that's limited him to just 19 appearances entering today. This is his 20th appearance in all competitions for Northern Colorado.
Attention for
Rogers.
shift 4 substitution. Number 30, Valentin Sabella. On for number 34, Danny Robles for the Hailstorm. In the 70th minute.
Lucky Oprah. Whips one towards goal in the box. Appeals and a point to the spot. The ball in by Oprah was being chased down by Trevor Ammon. He was knocked down, and you'd bet he's the man who will try and step up for Northern Colorado. Let's see this one again. Watch the right of your screen. That's a push. Look, it's not a ton of contact. You know, make an NFL term, that's not a catchable ball. It's not an attackable ball for him to go for. But if you're Jacob Kroll and you extend two hands into the back of your opponent, you open the door for the referee to point to the spot. This is a big time opportunity for Trevor Ammon. He's been the go-to man all year long for the Hailstorm. 22 to this point. It's a record. They care about the 3 points. Can he get the insurance one? Shipman stands in front of him, and he buries it. The definition of calmness is Trevor Ammon. And he makes it 2-0, doubling their lead.
His 23rd goal of the season.
23, 7 more than Olex Anderson, and each one he scores becomes another league record. Noah Powder with the free kick. Now Trevor Ammon with the penalty kick. Now look at this one. Slow up to it. Keeper guesses the wrong way. Gives him the eyes. Picks the right. Keeper picks the left. And the ball goes in the back of the net. Trevor Ammon, what a season it has been from him. A lot of them have come from the spot, and he's been clinical from there, and he's earned a lot of them himself. Let's see, Ozzy Ramos is prepping to come on. He's coming on for Isidro Martinez. They've got 2 goals to change and try and chase down. It's another Shift 4 substitution. Transactions brought to you by Shift 4. Ramos quickly getting involved with the passes. Pass back, takes a deflection. Shipman. Keep it in play. Picks it up against the press. Trevor Ammon. Ramos. He clips this one, headed away. Gebhardt. Nice bit of control. Plays it to Payne. Onan. Cheney, first time, back to Onan. Takes a bunch of deflections, would have been a harsh penalty for a handball considering the speed it came at him. And now a chance to break. Some numbers forward in attack. Powder. Good tackle by Brotherton. Gets a foot in and blocks it. Well, Lehman Lewis is sponsoring the Lehman Lewis Financial Group Pickleball Arena at Future Legends Complex. You're never too old to play, and you're never too young to start planning your future. Visit LehmanLewis.com and start talking about retirement. Oprah. Was he fouled by Gebhardt? He was. Free kick is given. Payne, the headed intervention, knocks it out. It's a throw. The switch, aiming for Powder, picks him out. Sabella trying to bring it into his spell, holding it up, rolls it off, trying to just squeeze through and power through. King brings it round to Rogers. Patient, back to King. Well defended by Madison. They know time's on their side for Northern Colorado. They can just wait things out. Oprah. Sabella made the run, but wasn't picked out. Oprah, this is just great ball movement from front to back from Northern Colorado. The switch. Rogers, the man, the target. He's one-on-one with Krull. It's low. Brotherton gets a foot to it and clears it for a corner kick. Corner kicks tonight are brought to you by Meadow Gold. And this one will be taken by Arthur Rogers from the far side. Well, look, they got the free kick goal direct. They got the penalty kick goal. This is the other kick. Corner kick. Well, also goal kick, but you don't see too many goal kicks be scored. Rogers from the corner. The header, wide by Fola. Has his head in his hands, was a decent chance, but he couldn't quite shape it towards goal. Osmond. Osmond probing it forward. Plays it out. Payne Gebhard, Messias trying to force their way through. Kept alive. Oh, an ambitious effort from Osmond. Actually ended up taking it away from Cheney. Cheney gives him a thumbs up. Osmond couldn't have known that his striker was right behind him. He tried the acrobatic effort with the left foot, trying the side kick volley, but it didn't come off. Well, the USL is celebrating Hispanic Latino Heritage Month with stories, events, and more, bringing to life this special celebration across the league. Go to uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage to learn more. It's long. It's a header back. It's dangerous, but Shipman is alert. He knew the threat Trevor Ammon was possessing, and he was quick to get back to the header from Brotherton. Here's Osmond. It's low to the feet of Onan. It's a good pass, and they shift it quickly to Pierre da Silva. Kroll. Tiptoeing the touchline, plays it. Onan. His pass intercepted. Sabella, it's too strong for him, rolls out. Throw and given. Payne. Gebhard. Great touchdown. Cheney wins a corner. Could this be the moment they try and turn things around? Mitch Osmond playing a very advanced position. He's already up for the corner. The center back has been very willing to toss himself up. Pierre da Silva is the one over it. As this corner kick tonight is brought to you by Meadow Gold. Five in the box to aim for. Curls it in, headed away. It'll go back to the kicker. Silva returns it. It's headed away. Delgado couldn't claim. Handball committed. Cheney trying to bring that one into his control. It's a handball. Well, eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. It's free to play, and you can download it right now. Jason Ramos coming on. Sam Brotherton and Aiden Macias are coming off as Ramos comes on. Brotherton off. Francis Janot Baptiste also coming on. They'll be on for Aiden Macias. We talked about the subs earlier made by Matt Glazer. Those are kind of pretty much like for like. Macias off, Baptiste on. That's definitely a forward on for a midfielder, indicating that they need to get some goals and they need them quick. Point wouldn't be a bad result on the road, and they need 2 goals to get to that point. Is that a foul? A big looping header. So some time to think about it. Not sure if that was a free kick or if that was just a moment that after the coming together of the heads. Trevor Ammon is feeling the effects and feeling the back of his head. We'll see what comes of this. Not fully confirmed if it's a foul or if it's just taking some time with the head issue. I mean, it's in the back of the head. Feels like a foul, but the referee took quite a bit of time to wait to deliberate on that. Trevor Ammon made it 23 on the season with his penalty today. They're in a spot where if he's got any concussion issues, any worries, I think he's saying, well, was it a foul? But I think he's learning that it was not, in fact, a foul. High five between him and Osmond, the players who came together.
Attention for shift 4 substitution. Number 2, Breck Evans, on for number 19, Billy King for the Hailstorm.
And you can hear the PA announcing Breck Evans. This center back will be coming on for Billy King. King, the forward, is given massive praise by Eamon Zayed ahead of this one, asking him about some underrated players. He says that for a guy of King's quality in the wide areas, he put him up against anybody in the league. Got 8 goals, 4 assists this season. But they kind of, it does pale in comparison when you got a guy who's got 23. That's hopefully no discredit to King's efforts. He's got a teammate who's had a phenomenal year, and it actually is just proof that he can enable someone to work very well alongside him. Big contact. De Silva was fouled. Noah Powder bringing him down.
Northern Colorado lower bar, number 56, Noah Powder. Finishing fourth down.
Noah Powder booked after that challenge. He's the man with the current winner. A special moment from him from the free kick. I was almost a bit skeptical when Arthur Rogers walked away saying, that's maybe your go-to free kick taker. He proved me wrong. Pierre De Silva whips it in, headed away, the first man. From distance, Ramos being Ozzy Ramos, his shot is wide. With 5.5 plus stoppage time to go, Delgado is in absolutely no rush to take this one. He'll be willing to eke out every second he can off this goal kick. They know with their 2-goal edge, they're in a very comfortable spot to try and see this result out. Sabella gets there. Osmond puts a foot in. He wanted to throw, but doesn't get one in the end. Sabella running over to that one, and I think he almost saw the cogs in his head, realized, wait a minute, we have the lead. I don't need to rush and take this throw in. Rogers to Oprah, or Powder rather. Here's Powder. His return pass is blocked. That one knocked back. You can hear shouts of no foul to Derek Gebhard. They wanted to keep the pressure up, not giving them any route out. Cornwall does very well under the pressure to just kick it off of Gebhard, get the throw. It was a 2-0 win in the first meeting back on May 18th. And it's currently trending towards that same result again. It was a 0-0 draw back in September. But currently it looks like it's going to be 2 wins and a draw for Northern Colorado in this season series against Forward Madison. This result will keep them in their current position of 3rd place, but it will keep them in a discussion point of leaping past North Carolina. Foul from behind. Now entering this year, no team had broken past 60 points. And now we've got Union Omaha at 62, North Carolina at 60, Northern Colorado go to 59. And they could break 60 if they get a win or a draw in the final game of the season against Chattanooga at home, which, to be quite frank, you'd expect against the 10th place side in the league to just get that result done. Payne did keep it in play. It's a throw. Ammon off the throw. We'll see if the corner flag is an interesting opposition, or option, I should say. Oprah was trying to shape one to give it back to Ammon, but couldn't without it being blocked. Breck Evans coming off the bench. Played it to Delgado. Osmond. Shipman. Ramos. Aiming long for Cheney. The header blocks it. Onan can play it down to Cheney. Christian Cheney. Ooh, Onan, that's an uncomfortable sight for him. He looks to be in some major discomfort after going for that one, just off ball. No contact, just feeling the effects. The referee going to stop things, let him get some tension. We saw him just reach for that ball to pass it. Just felt a little bit something. Eamon Zayed in discussions with Trevor Ammon. You see him just try and reach for that. You just see him just hobbling. Just feeling the effects of that, just completely no contact, and that's never what you like to see. Well, the Hailstorm want to thank post-game meal sponsor Peak Kitchen for providing meals for our players following this game. The Hailstorm want to thank post-game meal sponsor Peak Kitchen for providing those meals. Handball. Sabella tried to take it quickly, but wasn't from the spot. Next ball may have been rolling as well. Well, the USL playoffs, League One playoffs, are here, and you can catch all of the action on ESPN Plus beginning on October 20th. Season concludes with the USL League One final on November 5th. That'll be on ESPN2 as well. Really excited to see the start of these League One playoffs. It'll be 2 quarterfinal matchups to get us going. There'll be byes for the top 2 sides. Currently, that's going to be Union Omaha and North Carolina. As things stand, on October 20th, we'll get a rematch in Windsor between these sides. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Could they get a goal to start stoppage time to make life uncomfortable? Rolling for Pierre da Silva. There is a foul. The advantage was being played, but top of the box, there will be a free kick. You wonder, is it now or never for a goal for forward Madison to try and claw back into this one? Just see again, Oprah from behind, just puts a foot in to try and win the ball, takes down Cheney. Advantage was played. In the end, it's pulled back. This is a big one. Cheney, Ramos, and Pierre da Silva are over it. Noah Powder scored the first goal for Northern Colorado from a free kick. That one was a bit closer than this one. Can the Mingos conjure up some dead ball magic? Da Silva, that's just wide. Delgado was close. Not sure if he's getting to that, if it's going on target. Sabella, his touch is poor, can't keep it in. Ramos, Payne, Onan, good to see him moving around after his bit of discomfort. He's not moving around with 100% freedom of movement. That pass by Cheney too strong, ahead of Crow. It's a turnover in possession in the attacking third. They can keep the press high up the field, but it seems like every second that goes away makes the chance of a result go that much further. Both teams appealing that didn't touch them last. And the team that is correct in the referee's eyes is Northern Colorado. It's a goal kick. Malo Delgado will be in no rush to take this one. Mentioned it a few times, but Madison's last game of the year is at home against Union Omaha, the side that are currently top and in just an incredible vein of form. 4-1 win on Wednesday, 4-0 win today. They're scoring goals for fun. Defensively, they're sound. They're trying to secure a player's shield, and they love to do it at Breese Stevens Field. While Northern Colorado, they're again at home here. They'll be taking on Chattanooga. The final regular season match of the season. That one is an important result to try and see if they can get a top 2 spot. They'll be hoping to see what happens between one Knoxville and North Carolina in Cary. Payne gets there ahead. Trevor Ammon. Ramos. Onan. It's a good touch. Batiste rather. De Silva to the byline. He wants it on his preferred left foot. We'll see what he tries to conjure up here. Just over a minute. Payne, first time, cleared. Win number 17 for Northern Colorado is seconds away. Their goal entering the season was top 2. They're third right now, and they got a chance to move to second on the final weekend. They need some help elsewhere, but we'll see what ends up happening. Sabella, who'd that touch last? Touched him last. Goal kick. We'll see how much more than the minimum our referee gives us. It won't be much. It won't be anything at all. It'll be the 3 points for Northern Colorado. Forward Madison can't clinch their playoff spot today. That'll go to the final day of the regular season. Final score going 2-0. The Hailstorm and Ayman Zayed have to be very happy after that one. Their penultimate home regular season game. The 3 points are theirs. 59 points. 1 point behind North Carolina, 3 points behind Union Omaha. Look at our play of the match after this one. This play of the match is the gold standard play of the match, brought to you by Meadow Gold. And this was a moment of absolute magic from Noah Powder. Comes on 3 minutes later, buries that free kick from the top of the box. It's a fantastic bit of play from him, putting that one home, makes it 1-0, the celebration for him for his 3rd goal of the season. A big-time result for the Hailstorm. They secure the 3 points. Well, we've got our full-time highlights for you on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. On ESPN Plus, full-time score, Northern Colorado 0, Forward Madison 0.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskard. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskard team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with future legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
full-time score from Future Legends Complex. It's 2-0 for the Hailstorm. Eamon Zayed, kind of the figure of a happy man, celebratory man after his side earned the 3 points to move themselves into contention to try and move into the top 2 on the final weekend of the season. Let's look at our full-time highlights from this one and see how we got to this point. It's been a fantastic game. We'll jump to the 19th minute, one of our earliest opportunities in this one. Lofted from distance, it's going to sit up kindly for Christian Cheney. He's just going to try one from way downtown. He's got the skill to do it, and Delgado had to make sure he was alert to it to make the save with 2 hands. Parries that one away and deals with it on that particular instance. Now, this one is going to be a brilliant way to get the score open. We saw it as your play of the game brought to you by Meadow Gold. It's just a fantastic free kick from Noah Powder, lifting it over the wall into the back of the net. Makes that one 1-0 fresh off the bench and right onto the score sheet. 71st minute later on in this one, Oprah whips one into the box. A push from behind by Kroll, a point to the spot. And who else is going to take it? Already a smile on his face for lucky Oprah. He knew Trevor Ammon is going to bury that one. A fantastic shot from him. Makes it 2-0, and they would see out that lead for the 2-goal win. One more shot on target for the Hailstorm, even 50-50 in possession, but the 2 goals for the Hailstorm see the 3 points and the victory head their way as we go into the final weekend of the USL League One season. It went by in a flash. It's almost over, and the playoffs are going to be right around the corner. But a fantastic one to bring you from Windsor, Colorado. A fantastic win for the Hailstorm, who send themselves to 3rd in the table. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here today. Been a pleasure to bring it to you. Forward Madison, they'll next take on Union Omaha in what might be a must-win depending on results elsewhere. Their playoff spot not guaranteed. They're currently sat in 6th, but some work still to do in the final weekend of the season. The Hailstorm, they face Chattanooga yet again at home for their final game of the regular season. For myself, Jack Edwards, and our entire production crew, it's been our pleasure to bring you this one. The final score, Northern Colorado 2, Forward Madison 0.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.